Hello, Helen here. How are you today? It is freezing where I am here today, so I hope it's a lot warmer where you are. Welcome. I'm here to talk to you about a training topic today about Facebook hacks. So how well do you know Facebook and how can you utilize it best to your advantage? So this is important, particularly important if you've got a business Facebook page. So some of the tips that I'm going to mention here are only relevant to those that have got some kind of business page because it's to do with advertising and things like that. But there are certainly things that I'm going to mention that if all you're using is a personal Facebook page, it still may be of interest to you. So unlike my Facebook Lives, I've got some notes here because it's absolutely impossible for me to remember all these Facebook hacks and tell you off the top of my head. So I apologize in advance. I am going to be reading off some notes today with some of these hacks for you. So for those of you that are not jumped on a Facebook Live with me before, so yes, it's Helen from helenmartinonline.com, and predominantly what I do is help home-based business owners bring their business online. So things like social media branding, lead generation, video marketing, and a lot about mindset as well, because 80% of your success in life, relationships, your business is all to do with the way that we think. The way that we think shapes what we do, our actions, our beliefs, etc. So mindset is critically important to your success in life. So let's get into this because I'm going to go through it quite fast. There's a lot of things to mention, so I don't want to keep you here too long, but I do thank you for being on with me, either that's live or the replay. If you are here for the first time, please say hello and tell me where you're coming in from, and just drop a 1 below so I can say hello to you after. So Facebook hacks, what you need to know about Facebook. So first, I just want to give you some stats so you can sort of grasp the enormity of Facebook. So there are over 2 billion monthly active Facebook users. 2 billion. So this is where we need to be. Facebook is where you need to be to grow your business. Facebook is where you need to be to grow relationships. This is where we connect with people all around the world. So I'm sitting here freezing with my scarf on. I swear you're all going to call me the scarf lady because every Facebook Live I've got a scarf on because it's cold here. But some of you overseas, it'll be summer, it'll be hot, it doesn't matter. Facebook gives us the ability to connect with people all over the world. So on average, the like and share buttons are viewed across 10 million websites daily. 5 new Facebook profiles are created every second. Highest traffic occurs on Facebook between 1 and 3 p.m. I thought that was quite interesting. And on the evening, so a Facebook post at 7 p.m. will actually get more engagement than a Facebook post at 8 p.m. So where I just said before, the main traffic is between 1 and 3 p.m. So that's people looking, that's people scrolling, that's people on Facebook. But you actually might get more engagement in the evening, but 7 p.m. is apparently better than 8 p.m. Thursdays and Fridays, engagement on Facebook is 18% higher. So people are liking, sharing, commenting more on a Thursday and a Friday. The worst times to post on Facebook are on the weekends before 8 a.m. and after 8 p.m. This is all really handy to know if you have a business page on Facebook and when you're posting. There are 83 million fake profiles. It was interesting to me when I first went online with a business page is how many fake people sort of connect you. Some interesting pictures I received. I won't elaborate on that. But yeah, there's a lot of fake profiles out there. And some people create fake profiles to actually test the market and, do ads, etc. The average time spent on Facebook is 20 minutes. So that's when people are sort of scrolling through and they're trying to catch as much information as possible. So you literally have about 3 seconds to grab somebody's attention when they're scrolling through Facebook. So, immediate impact is really important. 75% of consumers rely on social media to make purchasing decisions. That's key. So, and this is now. So imagine what this is going to be like in years to come. People are going to be buying more and more off Facebook, online. This is where people are going to be buying. So you need to be there. Every 60 seconds on Facebook, there are 510,000 comments are posted, 293 statuses are updated, and 136,000 photos are uploaded. Like, it's incredible. But it just goes to show you there's a lot of noise on Facebook. There's a lot of people on Facebook all at the one time. So if you are trying to do business on Facebook, you need to stand out. You need to try to be different. And just in comparison to other platforms, WhatsApp has got 500 million, Twitter 284 million, Instagram 600 million. And as I said before, Facebook has got 2 billion active Facebook users every month. So your strategy with Facebook. Facebook is obviously the big daddy of social media, so you need to learn how to use it effectively and to your advantage. So this is where some of these hacks that I'm going to mention come in. So what's really important to you is to get the right type of follower. So it's no use to you to have 5,000 followers, 5,000 people that have liked your Facebook page, but they're not your right audience. They're not your target audience. That's of no use to you if you're growing your business. So your targeting and knowing your target market is critical. Leads from social media are much more effective than normal traditional marketing. So utilize Facebook to find qualified leads. And you can do that in your targeting on a Facebook page. So you can boost posts to the targeted audience. You can do Facebook ads to a targeted audience. You can say to Facebook, go and find me men or women or both that are in this particular age bracket, that live in these particular countries, that they have these certain interests. So you can target and get qualified leads coming back to you. Also, what's important there is a likes campaign. I'm not sure if you're aware of that term or not, but if you've got a business page, you can run a likes campaign, and you can go and ask Facebook to find your exact target audience and ask them to go and like your page. So you need to find those qualified people, not just anybody, qualified people. Visual content is 40 times more likely to be shared. Really important to know that when you're posting on Facebook, that people will connect with visual before they will connect with text. So do a lot of visual posts. That will really help you. Text posts actually get the worst possible reach. So Facebook will send it out to less people than a visual post. And maximizing engagement from your followers is absolutely crucial. So once again, you could have 5,000 people that have liked your page or followed your page, even if it's 100 people. If they're not engaging with you, it doesn't mean anything. If they're not engaging with you, Facebook algorithm works in a way where it says, Helen's followers are not engaging with her. They're not liking her posts. They're not commenting on her stuff. So we're not going to show much of Helen's stuff to her followers, because those people also like somebody else and they're engaging with their content. So we'll send more of that person's content to, oh, sorry, that's my power. Hopefully I get this Facebook Live done before my phone cuts out. So Facebook will say, okay, well, they're not really engaging with Helen's content, but they're engaging with Jane's content. So we're going to send more of Jane's content to those people because they're engaging with Jane. So when you get people to your page, it's really important to keep them engaged. And I'm going to give you some hacks as to how to do that. So videos. Videos are awesome, but what the best way to utilize video is if it's native to Facebook. And what I mean by that is if you do a video, like a Facebook Live is Facebook's own platform. So it's going to give a Facebook Live much more reach than just a normal video. But if you record a video and you upload it to Facebook, that's native to Facebook. If you upload a video from YouTube, that's actually from a third party. YouTube is a competitor to Facebook. So you're sharing a video that's actually a competitor to Facebook. So the reach is not going to be as much. It doesn't mean you can't do it, just don't do it every day because your reach is going to be affected. So videos, try to post native videos to Facebook, videos that are already on Facebook, sharing videos that are already on Facebook rather than external videos like YouTube. So as I said, doesn't mean you can't do it, just don't do it every single day. 82% of people apparently watch videos in silence. So this is something I need to do more of, is if you've got a Facebook ad or you've got a video that's showing and you've boosted that post, then captions is a really good idea. You can send your video away externally and get them captioned really cheaply and really easily. If you share more than 4 times a week from Instagram to Facebook, your reach will be restricted. So if you are sharing from Instagram to Facebook, try not to do that more than 4 times a week. When you post on Facebook and you're using hashtags, don't use any more than 2 hashtags because once again, Facebook is going to limit your reach to your audience. To increase your reach, if this is appropriate to the business that you're doing, you can share stuff from your business page to your personal page and vice versa. But only do that if it's relevant to your market. Those of you, if you're in a home-based business, that is not necessarily the best thing to do. But if relevant, you can expand your reach that way. A Facebook Live is going to give you 2.5 times more reach to your audience than a normal video. So I often say to people, look, if you're really scared of doing a Facebook Live, then just pre-record a video and upload that to Facebook. That's fine until you get comfortable with doing a Facebook Live. But the beauty of a Facebook Live, when you go live, Facebook will send that out to 2.5 more times reach to your audience than a normal video. Create the viral effect. So if you notice on one of your posts that it's quite popular, you've got a bit of engagement, you've got lots of likes and you've got lots of comments, then maximize that exposure, boost that post. You can boost a post for $5, $10, $20 and send it out who you want to. So maximize that exposure and maximize your engagement with people. Share content that's already popular that may not be yours. So that could be a YouTube clip. It could be something from Vimeo, etc. Just once again, because it's third-party content, it's not native to Facebook, just limit the amount of times that you do it. But, something that's popular and doing well already out there is good to have on your page. The number one way to build followers is to create awesome content. It's all about content. It's not about what you look like. It's not about having a professional setup. It's not about having awesome technology. It's about content. It's about what you're saying and giving people value. Utilize page post engagement ads. So once again, what I was saying about Facebook algorithms, if you've got a lot of people on your page that have liked your page, but they're not engaging on your page, it's not going to get you leads for your business. It's certainly not going to get sales for your business. So you've got to increase that engagement. Now, I've got an engagement post. It's an ad, a post engagement post at the moment, and it's had over 2,800 likes. It's had over 55 comments, I think it is now, and over 520 shares. So it's a really popular engagement post. And why I keep that running is, like, it literally costs me about 2 cents per sort of interaction, but people are engaging with that, which they're engaging on my page. So page post engagement ads, if you've got a business page and you don't know what they are, then look into the Facebook advertising side of that, what that is, and use that to your advantage. You need those kind of ads. Mix up your what you're doing on your page. So you want a variety of photos, videos, Facebook Lives, lifestyle, humor, blog posts, those kind of things. And don't be scared, which I was, and I'm doing a little bit more of it, is to bring in your personal life. Share some photos of your family, share some photos of what you're doing in a social environment, so people get to know you. Let them in. When you're a little bit more raw and you're authentic and people sort of get to know you a little bit better, they will engage with you more. So don't be scared of sharing some personal stuff on a business Facebook page. You must know your numbers, your metrics. If you're doing Facebook advertising, working? Do you even know if a campaign is working or not? And you must watch out for this thing called negative feedback. Now, negative feedback, I don't mean a thumbs down. I don't mean a face, you know, the emojis side of it. There is actually a way to check in your Facebook ads whether you've received any negative you know, feedback on an ad. People can hide your stuff if they don't want to see it. They can hide that particular Facebook ad, or they can hide actually everything from you. And Facebook will track that. And if you get a lot of negative feedback because of something you've said or a video that's you know, touched people's buttons for the wrong reasons, then that will actually get your ad account shut down. So you know what you need to know where to find that and look out for that. If you don't know where that is, reach out and ask me and I'll show you. Join Facebook groups to increase your exposure. So your little niche, whatever that is, go and find other Facebook groups in that niche. And when you've had something on your page that's popular, that's got a lot of comments, a lot of likes, a lot of shares, a lot of interaction, go and share that on a like-minded group. That's social proof from what you've got in on your page. If you can extend that social proof into a whole nother group that are looking at that and saying, oh, that's an interesting post, who's that girl, who's that guy, and look at all those comments and shares and whatever, we might go and check that person out. So go and share into other groups that are related to your niche. Use images plus words. You might notice, or you might not, in all my quotes, I've done this for a long time, is I'll have, majority of the time, I'll have the image, but I'll also write the quote at the top. Some people are visual, some people need to read. So capture both. Do visual and the words. So you double your engagement there, because those people that are only visual, you know, won't catch just text and they don't get good reach anyway. And those people that need to read, they might just pass by the visual quotes. It may not connect with them. So use both. Any of you on live or watching the replay, if these are tips, if you're getting anything out of this, can you send me some likes just so I know that, you know, this is helpful to you? Be really brief. Post with 80 characters or less get 66% more engagement. So long posts, a lot of text, it won't get a lot of engagement. In your about section on your page, make sure there is a website link if you have one. If you don't have one, obviously you can't do that. Make sure your cover photo, just your exposure on your Facebook page, your photo is actually of you. It's not of a cat, it's not of a dog, it's not of you and your entire family in a little sort of shot like that. Yeah, have your family in your banner shot or something like that. But make sure people can see you, see your face and connect with you. So your cover photo and your banner are quite important. Schedule posts ahead of time to save the monotony of being on your page all the time. But how you can do that is a few ways, but Facebook has its own way. So the little drop down box where you post something or publish something, the little drop down box, you can actually schedule something in advance. So like on my page, maybe on a Sunday night, I'll pick a few positive quotes for the following week. I'll schedule them twice a day, and then I don't have to worry about that for the following week coming, especially if I go away. I don't have time, or I'm in an aeroplane, or, you know, traveling overseas or something. You don't always have time. Look, life gets in the way. You don't always have time to be on your page, but if you can schedule it in advance, then at least there's something going on your page. Now, there are external programs to do that as well, but Facebook will give you more reach if you do it on their platform natively rather than an external program that does it. So anything that you can do using Facebook's platform, like a Facebook Live and, you know, scheduling posts through Facebook rather than external things like YouTube and, you know, things like that, you will get more exposure on your page. Now, blog posts. Any of you that are doing blog posts that are designed to take people off Facebook to a website, to an actual article. So they actually limit your exposure when you do that. So a little tip with that one is when you're posting the blog post, what we normally do is you've got the link to the blog and you put that in your status update first and it populates the blog post. So just a little tip, put an image in there first, and then up the top just do some wording and post the link to your blog post under that, and it won't populate in the same way. Therefore, it looks like a native post and it doesn't look like you're sending people off Facebook, and you will get far more reach for your blog post through that. So hopefully that's helpful. Check your audience insights. If you've got a business page, 1, 2, 3, I think it's the 4th tab at the top when you're in your page, as an admin, it says insights. Go into insights and look at 2 main areas. One is called posts, and I think the other one is called maybe people or something like that. And you can tell when people are on your page. You can tell if they're male or female. You can even tell what the main age bracket is of the people that are watching your stuff. So that gives you awesome intelligence on your audience as to when you should post more. So if all your audience are on at 6 o'clock in the morning, that's what the insights are telling you, then do something at 6 o'clock in the morning on like a Facebook Live. If mainly people are in at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, that's a good time to do a Facebook Live. So use those audience insights that are already there on a business page for you to look at. Use that to your advantage. That's also great for Facebook advertising, whether you're targeting men and women. Who's following you now? Who's liking your stuff? What age bracket are they in? And so you'll get an insight into that, and that's what you can use that data for your Facebook advertising. Okay, just a few more. Use call to action. Ask people to like your stuff, comment your stuff, share your stuff. Actually put a call to action in your Facebook post. It's amazing when you ask people to do something small and just that little trigger, they will go and do it. So utilize that to your advantage and ask for that engagement from your audience. Where am I? If you can, create your own quotes. So it's got your own name of it. I need to do more of this myself. But you've just got to credit the author. If it's actually a famous quote from a famous author, then you need to credit the author and then put your name down the bottom. You can do that in a place called Canva. That's a free website where you can create your own sort of posts and images and stuff like that. So Canva's a good one for that. Don't overpost. If you're doing 5 posts a day, whether that's I've got a race for my battery here. You've got 5 images going up a day, but you're not getting much engagement on it. Cut down what you're posting. If you can post 2 times a day and get a lot of engagement on those posts, that is much better for you than posting 5 times a day and only getting a handful of people liking each one of those posts. So not always more is best. Sometimes less is more. Does that make sense? So sometimes a less amount of posts, but more engagement is much better for you than, trying to do too many posts, but no one's engaging with them. Okay, we're almost at the finish line. Respond to every single like, comment, share, interact, and engage with your audience. That's where you'll build more of a following. That's where you build connection with people. That's where you build relationships. So people that are taking time to comment on your page, comment back and thank them. Just engage with them. And when you reply, if you can, sometimes it won't come up, but if you can, tag the person in the reply, so to make sure that they see it. Click like and comment on everything. You are scrolling through Facebook anyway, whether that's a business page or a personal page. Stop looking and start interacting. The more you interact with other people, the more they're going to interact back. Your following increases, your engagement increases. Everything moves in an upwards direction. And so the more activity that you have on your page, the more Facebook will reward you. Don't forget, Facebook algorithms, if no one's talking to you and you're not talking to anybody, that your reach will be minimized. If you maximize your engagement with other people and they engage back, Facebook will reward you for that and send more stuff of yours out to more people. So you will get rewarded for taking the time to engage with people. Most importantly, my last comment, I'm almost over. There is a lot of noise on Facebook and this is only going to get worse. So you need to be there. If you're not there, you're missing out. If you're growing a business on social media, you have to be on Facebook. You just need to be there. If you're in a home-based business, you need to move there if you're not there already, because this is the way of the future. But you need to learn how to use Facebook properly and maximize the engagement to your advantage. So, most importantly, you've got to have quality content which is relevant to your target market. Quality content, not just any content, not just for the sake of it, quality content that is absolutely relevant to your target market, and then engage with those people and interact with those people. So for those of you that are live or even watching the replay, I hope that's given you just some little tips to increase your engagement or increase your exposure on Facebook. Now, I recognize that it's impossible for you to sort of know all of that, absorb all of that, or write all of that down. So what I'm going to do for you this time is I've actually typed up all of those hacks that I just mentioned, and I'm going to go and put that on my website. So it's not there yet for those of you that are on live, but for those of you that are watching the replay, by the time you get on the replay, it might be there. If you go to my website, I've got a link above, helenmartinonline.com. If you go to the blog section, I'm going to write like a blog about this Facebook hacks, and I'm going to have a link in there to all of those dot points that I just mentioned, so you can go and download that so you don't have to try to remember them all. So I really hope that was helpful to you. You got some tips from that. If it was, please let me know. Say, yep, that was helpful, Helen. My job here is to bring you value. My job here is to help you, online, get some tips and strategies to grow your business. So I need to know whether this content is useful for you or not. So please let me know that. And I will see you next week for my next Mindset Facebook Live. And then after that, this time next week, I will be talking about, branding. Social media branding. Why should you brand yourself online, and how do you actually go about it? So tune in this time next week for training on social media branding, but early next week I'll be doing another mindset topic, so hopefully I will see you then. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you listening in. See ya.